That is why it is stupid to suggest that the Romans invented railways, you absolute moron. And you should. Oh, hey! Sorry, but I didn't notice you there. I was just telling someone on the internet why they are wrong. So, I asked you if you could fill out a viewer survey for me. Basically, get an idea of what you'd like for the channel and what your general demographics are. So, sometimes those are good things to sort of know about. So, let's just go through them. Now, this sort of survey is sort of got a double sort of purpose to it, and I will admit to that. I am thinking about rejiggering the channel a bit. Rejiggering the format of the videos, rejiggering the different bits and bobs, related to the channel. So let's go through some of the questions. The first section was about the channel, which is fair enough. And when asked what would you like the channel to sort of do, about 28% of you said you'd like the same sort of content rather than sort of more rally content or less rally content, because basically the way I do videos is I have rally related video, non-rally related, rally related, non-rally related. That's how I sort of do my videos. But apparently about 41% of you seem to be totally okay with that. 47% of you, just under half, wanted less frequent but longer videos, and 39.7% of you wanted the same thing. So, the rest of you just used this sort of thing as a sort of comment section. I'll just read out some of the comments. Longer videos but weekly. No, I'm not going to be able to do that because I've only got so much time. I've got other engagements, as it were, and because, life gets in the way. But don't be worried if we turn into something like Lemino, where they make brilliantly wonderful, well-researched videos, but very, very infrequently. I do have another plan, and this is this. I am considering maybe making other complementary video styles to intersperse amongst the regular content. And I asked the question, what exactly would you like? And these included vlogs relevant to history, of course, and recording my days out in events. A lot of you seem to like that, about 64%. 58% of you were really in favour of editorials. 11% of you were in favour of live shows, which says a lot about live shows. I admit they weren't exactly the most wonderful, glorious things, but hey-ho. I admit they didn't get as many views as, my regular videos, but hey-ho, that happens. The last one is none of the above, which got 10.3%. We have some very interesting responses in the other category. Possible interviews with historian academics? Probably not possible because I don't have the connections, I'm afraid. Now, here's the funny thing. We have we have a section called anything else you want to add. One person suggested a glove puppet guest for the Christmas special, which I think will be very interesting. For the Christmas special, I think we'll have the radical socialist academic Socko, fresh from his appearance on Bo Burnham's Inside. That is the second time that helicopter's come overhead, and I think it might be a police helicopter. Are they spying on me? Who knows? Keen about history about local parks, and very interested about quarries. That might be something I might do. There are a lot of parks out there with some very interesting bits of history, especially the Meadows and Prince Street Gardens. Maybe I'll do a big long episode about parks, you never know. Additional photographs to complement narrative. That is a very good point. Problem is, for a lot of stations, especially disappearing stations, there aren't many photographs, and what photographs there are like hidden away in obscure little bits and bobs, that, aren't too easy to access. Like, for example, Saughton Station. I have 2 photographs of Saughton Station when it was in operation. One is a very grainy photo, which is about, it's about this big, and that's pinned on my wall. In fact, I think it's a little bit smaller, and I got that from the archives at the Storfen Museum. And the other photo I found a really obscure part of the internet, and I can't even find it again. But I also found a picture of Turnhouse Station, and that's somewhere on my computer, but I found both those photographs after I made the videos about the stations. So that sometimes happens. Someone said more trains. Damn straight. More trains. So now it's time to go on to the demographics section, which is just as interesting. So the majority of you seem to be in your 30s, because 26.9% of you said you were under 40, which is relatively interesting. So you're right about the same age or just a little bit older than I am. As for gender, the vast majority of you, 77.9% of you, are male, which is an interesting little thing. 17.6% of you are female, and we have 2.9% non-binary, so that's good. Are you a resident of the Lothians? About 69.1% of you are from the Lothians, and about 30.9% of you aren't from the Lothians. That's quite interesting. Maybe I'll make some videos from outside the Lothians, you never know. Where did you find me? Well, according to this, the vast majority of you, 60.3% of you, found me on YouTube. And about 25% of you found me on Reddit. The rest of you found me on places like Facebook, which is understandable. Twitter, apparently, which is just one of you found me on Twitter. Two of you found me in a wild yet prophetic dream. Now that's quite interesting, because I put that as a joke, and the only other person who selected that was me, who also selected it as a joke, but another one of you seemed to have found me in a wild yet prophetic dream. Who are you, person who found me in a wild prophetic dream? I am very concerned. One of you found me on Imgur, which is very interesting, because although I do post meme dumps on Imgur on a regular basis, I don't really post anything History Loviani on there. I usually keep like my Imgur stuff, my Twitch stuff, my Discord stuff, and my History Loviana stuff all separate, because God knows what would happen if any of those were to sort of merge together. That would be very concerning. And a couple of you were sort of recommended by a friend, so that's kind of cool. Must be nice to have friends. And now it's time for the sort of comment section. We have one of you calling in from Colorado. Colorado, that is pretty impressive. You're probably the most far-flung person we have on here, although there are probably some people watching from Australia. We've got someone from Portsmouth, apparently. A lot of people are saying that they are locals from Edinburgh. One person just said nope. Just nope. Fair enough. That wee question wasn't compulsory, but you just went nope. So now it's time to talk about changes to the channel. So I've been wanting to take the channel in a slightly different direction, because although I have been doing quite a lot to sort of keep up with, you know, the sort of weekly release schedules by making more than one video per week and getting a good sort of head of steam, as it were, ahead of me, I don't know how sustainable it's going to be if I ever, let's say, get a job. I currently have a current engagement doing volunteer work, but you know, eventually circumstances are going to change, and I feel like I need to take the pressure off a little bit. Okay, so let's talk about the future of the channel. Right now, I've got a load of videos that are lined up and ready to be released every week, because I use the scheduling feature, and the way I sort of made videos was I would make multiple videos per week, and then sort of release them release them every week, and that was done automatically at midday. That might be a bit of a problem, because circumstances change, and, you know, I might not be able to do that, so I feel like I need to take the pressure off a little bit. Basically, here's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about creating longer videos, more detailed videos, and more wide-ranging videos. Of course, still revolving around Lothian's history. I am going to release them every month. Now, you're probably thinking to yourself, every month? oh, I can't wait every month for one of your videos. Oh dear, what am I going to do? Well, don't worry, because interspersed between those monthly videos, what I'm thinking about doing is, I'm thinking about releasing mini videos, usually vlogs or editorials, as I've mentioned before, but then again, we might have other things as well. Basically, talking about trips I've had out into like museums or railways or stuff like that, because there's lots of very interesting bits and bobs dotted around Edinburgh, Lothian and beyond. That would be very, interesting for, people watching this. But also editorials about maybe developments in transport, archaeological discoveries, and stuff like that. I would love to do an editorial on, the South Suburban Line. What's going to happen to disappearing stations? Maybe I'll make like a disappearing stations video where it's just like all the stations on a particular line, because we still have lots of different little stations to do, especially out in West Lothian, East Lothian, and we still have a couple of Edinburgh's disappearing stations to do, so I'm thinking about probably doing that. But maybe I'll do that as a vlog. So yeah, that's basically my plan. Circumstances are going to change, and I feel like I need to prepare for that, and I feel that considering that a lot of people seem to want longer videos, I feel like that seems like the best fit, really. It works for me, it works for you, it works for pretty much everyone except for the people that voted against it, but hey ho, that sometimes happens. But don't worry, I will still be releasing a video at least once a week. It just won't be the types of videos that you're probably used to, and hopefully it'll be a lot better. Second thing I want to talk about is, in November, I am going to take a little hiatus. I have one video, I've got two videos in fact scheduled for November. One is a big massive one, the big finale of the main Disappearing Stations series, which is going to be Princess Street Station. Yes, you've seen the schedule. And then after that, there's going to be another Disappearing Stations video that I had to reschedule because I accidentally scheduled it at the same time as another video, so I was like, oh shit, I don't think that should be releasing right now. I'm going to send it off to the Shadow Realm known as November. But then in December, hopefully I'll have a good head of steam for videos, because I'm going to start making new videos probably between now and the 1st of September. This depends how my schedule goes. I'm going to start researching videos now, just so you know. And hopefully by December, we will be on our brand new schedule. Anyway, I'd like to end this video by saying thank you so much for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you want to see some other stuff, I've got a Twitch channel. You can go view it over there, and I've also got a link down in the doobly-doo if you want to have a look. But it's just basically me playing games that might not be related to transport. I sometimes play Train Simulator, but sometimes I don't, and right now I'm playing a bit of Fallout and a bit of retro games and maybe some Stardew Valley, but hey ho. So thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see more of you next week and then right on to the future.